Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all to the ScienceNest YouTube channel. Today, in this video, I am going to explain you the grade 7 lesson number 18 Minerals and Rocks. We will see the subject content in the lesson. There are rocks and minerals among stones. Here, we are going to see what are the differences between the rocks and minerals. A mineral is a solid made up of one component. That means minerals have only one type of component. Component means dravya. Only one type is there in the minerals. But in the rocks, rock is a mixture of several components. Different components have mixed together and form the rocks. Minerals exist naturally in the earth in a crystalline form with a definite geometrical shape. Crystalline form means කට විදියට. Minerals exist naturally in the earth in a crystalline form with a definite geometrical shape. It has a fixed shape. නියමිත හැඩයක් තියෙනවා. Rocks do not have definite geometrical shape. Examples for the minerals: graphite, dolomite, feldspar, ilmenite, mica, and quartz. These are the types of minerals you should remember. Granite and gneiss are type of rocks. Here there are some pictures of the minerals. These are the minerals pictures. That means they have definite geometrical shapes. Now we have to learn another topic: kinds of rocks and minerals. Earth crust is made up of rocks. You know, earth crust means the outer layer of the earth. The layer we are living is the crust. In the crust, there are three types of rocks you should know. Here I am going to type the three types. First one, igneous rocks. Igneous rocks. Second type is sedimentary rocks. And the third type, metamorphic rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Now we are going to learn about these three types one by one. First one is igneous rocks. About 30 kilometers below the earth crust. About 30 kilometers below the earth crust. Earth crust එකෙන් 30 kilometers පහළට වෙන්න. The temperature is more than 5,000 Celsius. That is the temperature inside our earth crust, below 30 kilometers. Because of this high temperature, the rocks get molted and exist in liquid form. Molted means in liquid nature. All the rocks have dissolved. Diya vela. Rocks have dissolved and they are in molted state or liquid state. Diyara vidiyata තියෙන. This liquid form of rock is called magma. Special name is there for the liquid form of the rocks, that is magma. During a volcanic eruption, magma flows out. Volcanic eruptions means ගිනි කඳු විදාරණයේදී magma is flowing out from the volcanoes then. This magma is called lava. When the magma is flowing out from the volcanoes, we call them as lava. The flowing magma is called as lava. Lava get cools and solidifies. Solidifies means become solids. The liquid lava becomes solid, ඝන වෙනවා, to form igneous rocks. Then the igneous rocks are hard because they are solids, hard solids. Here we have to write the examples for the igneous rocks. I'm going to type them. You have to write in your tute: granite, basalt. The types of igneous rocks you should remember. Next, you have to learn about the sedimentary rocks. Sunlight, rain, and wind affect rocks and they break into small pieces. This process is called rock weathering. In this lesson, after some topics, we are learning about the rock weathering again. Before that, I'll explain it in some amount. Because of the light, rain, and wind, the rocks break into small pieces. The process called as rock weathering. The rain and wind carry these pieces of rocks to the other places and they settle on land, in rivers or seas as layers. Settle means tempat. These pieces of rocks get deposited in the land, rivers, and the sea as layers. Many other things get deposited on these layers, like soil, organic matter, like pieces of papers, leaves. Likewise, those things are also depositing on these rock layers because of the weight of the upper layer. Then so many things are depositing on the rock layers. So because of the weight of the upper layer, the lower layer get tightened and the sedimentary rocks are formed. Tighten means tada වෙනවා. The lower rock layer become very tight now and the sedimentary rocks are formed. Sedimentary rocks are not as hard as igneous rocks. They are not much hard because they are forming because of the weight of the upper layers. So they are not that much harder like the igneous rocks. Here we have to write the examples for the sedimentary rocks. Mudstone, siltstone, sandstone. Another one, conglomerate. These are the examples for the sedimentary rocks. Next one is metamorphic rocks. Because of many reasons, such as earthquakes, igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks may deposit deep down the earth. Igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks will deposit in the deep down the earth because of some reasons like earthquakes. These igneous and sedimentary rocks get subjected to extreme pressure and the temperature inside the earth. There's extreme pressure and temperature inside the earth. Then because of these things, these igneous rocks and sedimentary rocks will convert into metamorphic rocks. Examples have given for the metamorphic rocks. One is limestone. Limestone, it's a type of sedimentary rock. It undergoes the metamorphism. Metamorphism means converting the sedimentary rock into metamorphic rock. In that process, it turns to marble. Marble is a type of metamorphic rock. Limestone is a sedimentary rock. It is undergoing this metamorphism. Metamorphism means the limestone is buried under the earth, and because of the extreme temperature and extreme pressure in deep down earth, the limestone turns to a type of metamorphic rock called marble. Granite is a type of igneous rock. It also undergoes metamorphism and turns to gneiss. It's a type of metamorphic rock. Then we should know the examples for the minerals. Here I'm going to write the examples for minerals. feldspar, quartz, mica, dolomite, ilmenite, graphite. These are the examples for the minerals in the syllabus. Next topic of the Tute is rock weathering. In the previous part, in the sedimentary rocks part also, I have told about the rock weathering. In that part, I told the rocks, normally the igneous rocks, undergoes this rock weathering and form small pieces of rocks. Likewise, here the definition has given, due to many reasons, the rocks on the earth break into pieces and form soil. This process is known as rock weathering. In the previous one, in the sedimentary rocks part, the igneous rock is not converting into soil, but weathering is happening in that situation also to convert the igneous rocks into sedimentary rocks. But here we are learning the rock weathering topic. Under that, we should know rock weathering means because of some reasons rock is breaking down and turns to small pieces, and finally these pieces become soil. This process is known as rock weathering. Rock weathering occurs in three ways. One way is physical or mechanical weathering. Chemical weathering is second one, and the third one is biological weathering. Here we are going to discuss all these three one by one. First one, physical or mechanical weathering. Physical weathering is the process of breaking the rocks into small pieces due to physical factors like heat, wind, and flowing water. These are physical things, physical factors. Because of these physical factors, the rocks will break down into small pieces. We will see how it is happening by using the heat. Rocks break into pieces because of the heating and cooling process. We will see how it is happening. Because of heating and cooling, rocks get expanded and contracts. That means expand means in Sinhala we call it as prasarana. Size is increasing. Vishala vena size එක. Then when something is heating, normally the solid matter, solid, liquid, gas, the three things, when we are heating, they get expand. Size එක වැඩි වෙනවා. Then the rocks also like that. When they are heating, they get expand, but when they cooling, they get contract. ඇකිලෙනවා. Contract. Size is decreasing. Then when heating, because of the sun's heat, the rocks get heat and expand. But again, at night, no sun to heat the earth, then it's cooling and contracting. These expansions and contractions do not happen into same extent. Same extent means same amount. එකම ප්‍රමාණයට වෙන්නේ නෑ මේදී. Expanding and contracting, but the expanding and contracting is not happening in the same amount. Not happening in same amount. Therefore, the pieces of rock get loosened and removed. Rock parts will loose and remove then, because expand වෙච්ච ප්‍රමාණයම contract වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So rock parts will remove from the rocks. And when water flows through rocks, they get weathered. Water flows through rocks, then the parts will remove. These parts are removing with the water flow. And when sand, which flows with wind, hits the rocks, they get weathered then. There may be water inside the cavities. Sometimes. With the flow of water, sometimes these parts can be removed. But sometimes if these parts cannot be removed from the water flow, the water may be solidified inside these cavities. මේ කැඩිච්ච තැන්වලට water එකතු වෙලා they become ice in the cool that means in winter season. Then again they will because when they become ice, then the size of the cavity will increase, and again when they become water, these parts get removed. You can see temperature is higher than the freezing point of water, temperature is lower than the freezing point of water in this time, temperature is higher than the freezing point of water again in the other seasons, not winter, then temperature is lower than the freezing point of water again. Because of this process, these cavities become large, ice become water again, water become ice. Due to these reasons, the cavities will be large, because when the cavity means kuharaya, when the cavity size is increasing, another amount of water also can fill to this cavity. So the cavity will increase when the water is freezing again in the winter season. That is one way. That is one physical way. In the previous one, in heating and cooling, in expanding and contracting, in that situation also the parts can remove immediately. Then without that, if there's a cavity because of these expansion and contractions, then this kind of situation can happen because of cooling and again heating the water, then solidifying again, it turns to a liquid. Then you can see the parts are removing because of that situation also. Now we will see the chemical weathering. From the name you can take the idea, the chemicals in the environment cause the rock weathering. Chemical weathering is the transformation of water into other forms by reacting with acids and oxygen. Transformation means parivartane karano. Water is turned into other forms by reacting with acids and oxygen. We will see what happened then. When sulfur dioxide dissolves in water, it becomes very acidic. Then rocks get weathered when they react with acidic rainwater. That's what happening. That is the chemical weathering. That means water is transformed into acidic water. Water is transformed into acidic water due to the dissolution of the acids in the rainwater. Dissolution means diyavim. Acids are dissolving in rainwater and the water become very acidic, and the rock, when this acidic rainwater fall onto the rocks will get weathered. Rocks get weathered because of the acidic nature. That is the chemical weathering. Now we have to see activity 18.3 of your textbook, and I have entered it into my Tute. Test whether acids cause rock weathering. We will need a limestone, hunugal limestone, vinegar, a glass container. Vinegar means vinakiri. Method: fill the glass container with vinegar and put the piece of limestone into the container and record your observations. Here I have given the space to write the observation. The observation is: piece of limestone in the container with vinegar dissolves, emitting air bubbles. You can see that. If you put the limestone into the vinegar containing container, then you can see the limestone is dissolving and air bubbles are releasing. Here I will write the observation. Complete your Tute with the observation. It's the observation. And we have to write the conclusion. Conclusion is limestone got weathered because of acids. Got weathered because of acids. Now the biological rock weathering. That is the next topic. Rocks get weathered because of plant and animal activities. Now the weathering is happening because of plants and animals. When a root of tree enter inside an opening of a rock, it grows bigger and bigger, and the rock get cracked. Rock get cracked because of growing the roots inside the cracks of the rocks. I'll show you a picture in your textbook like this. Rocks are breaking into small pieces due to the growth of the plant. That is the biological weathering. This weathering is happening due to the animal and plant activities. There's an activity to take an idea about the biological rock weathering, observing how a rock weathers naturally. Method: find a big rock near your house or school. Find a place where a lichen can be seen on it. Lichen, what is the meaning of lichen? That in the picture of your textbook, you can see a lichen. This is the lichen. Lichen has made up with the combination of fungi and the algae. Fungi and algae are living together and form the lichen. Here they are living together to take some helps from each other. That means fungi is absorbing the water from the plant and give it to algae to produce the food. Algae are green color things. Normally the algae can produce food by photosynthesis. They want water to do that. That water is absorbing from the fungi, and the fungi give it to the algae. They are helping, and also the algae provide the food for the fungi. That's why they are living together. We call it as a lichen, and they are biological things. They are microorganisms are also biological matter. So this is a type of rock weathering, biological rock weathering. It's a type of biological rock weathering. And we will see, check the texture of things near the lichen for about 6 months and observe them with the hand lens. You can see in some places of rocks, these lichens have grown. You have to check the surrounding of the lichen after 6 months. Then the observation, I'm going to write the observation here. The substances tested have small rock particles. Have small rock particles. The conclusion is the rock is weathered. Rock is weathered. Lichens are a combination of algae and fungus, as I told before. Fungus is the singular word, dilira, and the fungi is the plural word. Okay? The chemicals and acids produced by lichens are also reasons for rock weathering. They are producing some chemicals and acids. That is also one reason for the rock weathering. Another reasons for rock weathering, they are biological reasons. One is thudding of hooves. Thudding of hooves of some animals. Hooves means kura gatima, like how horses, they have the hooves. Then because of the hooves, the rock weathering can be occur. The rock can be break into small particles because of that. And horn fighting, some are fighting with their horns, some animals, because of the uh, the colliding of the horns with the rocks. යාලගේ horns rocks වල ගැටිලා, then the rocks will break into small pieces. The soil of the Earth's crust made of these physical, chemical and biological weathering of rocks. That's how our soil has made up with, because of the 3 types of rock weathering the soil has made up. Now the new topic, rock cycle. Rock cycle means continuous process in which the 3 types of rocks are created. Changing from one form to another is known as rock cycle. Continuous process. Continuous means දිගටම සිද්ධ වෙන ක්‍රියාවලිය. Continuous process in which the 3 types of rocks are created, changing from one type to another type is the rock cycle. Here we will see the picture of the rock cycle. Magma, you know the magma, they are releasing from the volcanoes during the volcanic eruptions. They get cool when the magma flows out. I told the name for them as lava. The lava cool down. The lava get cool and form the igneous rock like this. Magma cool and form the igneous rocks. And igneous rocks get weathered. The igneous rocks get weathered. Weathered means break into small pieces. You learned 3 types of rock weathering. Because of this weathering, the rocks, the igneous rocks, turns into the sedimentary rocks. That means they break into small pieces and deposit in many places of the earth and form sedimentary rocks. Deposit means තැන්පත් වෙනවා. The sedimentary rocks go deep down the earth because of earthquakes and they become metamorphic rocks. As in the diagram, you can see sedimentary rocks will deposit under earth because of the earthquakes, and due to the high temperature and high pressure inside the earth, these sedimentary rocks become metamorphic rocks. Then all these metamorphic rocks and igneous rocks are subjected to extreme temperature. Extreme temperature means විශාල උෂ්ණත්වයකට ලක් වෙනවා. Subjected to extreme temperature means විශාල උෂ්ණත්වයකට ලක් වෙනවා. And they turns to magma again. They turns into magma again. Likewise, this is the rock cycle. That means from the igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks are forming. From the sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks are forming. And from the metamorphic and sedimentary rocks, again the magma is forming. Okay, this is the way of the rock cycle. Now we have to learn the final topic of the lesson, sustainable usage of rocks and minerals. Sustainable, the singular meaning, tirasara bhavitya, sustainable usage. That means we will see how we are using them like that, as in the table given in your textbook. These are the types of minerals, the areas that we can take them, and the uses. We can take the apatite from a Pavala area. The use is we use it to produce phosphate manure. Manure means fertilizers, pohora. Dolomite can be seen in Kandy, Matale, Badulla, Habarana, Ratnapura, and we use them to produce lime and produce manure. Feldspar is used, can be seen in Koslanda and Talagoda, and we use them for ceramic industry, Pingang Karmante, and produce glass. Ilmenite can be seen in Pulmude area, and we use them to produce paint and to get titanium. Graphite can be seen in Bogala, Kahatagaha, and Colonna, and we use them to produce pencils, crucibles, and lubricants. Crucibles are a type of containers that we can see in the laboratories to crush the things. Mica, Variyapura, Haldummala, and Madampe, we can see them for electric and electronic equipments, that is the usage. Kaolin can be seen in Boralasgamu and Mitiagoda. We use them for the ceramic industry. This is the end of the today's video. Thank you for watching and subscribe the channel to watch more videos like this.